in your energy, your sleep, or your sense of well-being. What I'm about to share might be the missing piece you never knew you were looking for. Because here's the truth. Most doctors won't discuss with you. The way you approach self-intimacy in your later years could be silently affecting your health in ways you never imagined. I'm Dr. Michael Harris, a board-certified urologist with over 35 years of experience helping men navigate the complexities of aging. I've sat across from thousands of men in their 70s and 80s who thought certain changes were just part of getting older. But what I've discovered is that many of these men are unknowingly making critical mistakes that are costing them their vitality, their comfort, and their confidence. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 4 most common masturbation mistakes men over 70 make, and more importantly, the real price they pay for these oversights. These aren't just minor inconveniences. These are health consequences that can affect everything from your sleep quality to your prostate health, to your emotional well-being. And the good news is, every single one of these mistakes is completely preventable once you know what to look for. If you're watching this video, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss crucial health information designed specifically for men in their golden years. And if this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know what topics you'd like me to cover next. Now let's dive into the first mistake that's more common than you might think. Mistake number 1, completely abandoning the practice without considering the consequences. Just last month, I had a conversation with Robert, a 74-year-old retired engineer. He looked at me with genuine confusion and said, "Doc, I just figured that part of life was over. I stopped years ago and never looked back." What Robert didn't realize is that his decision to completely stop wasn't just about pleasure. It was about circulation, hormone regulation, and prostate health. When you abandon self-stimulation entirely, your body doesn't just go into standby mode. It begins to forget how to function in that capacity. Blood flow to the genital area decreases significantly. The tissues that rely on regular circulation start to change. Your prostate, which benefits from regular flushing, can become more prone to congestion and inflammation. I've seen men like Robert develop urinary difficulties, reduced sexual function, and even emotional changes that they attributed to aging when the real culprit was neglect. The male body, even at 70 and beyond, thrives on consistency. When you remove this natural function completely, you're not just giving up pleasure, you're potentially compromising your physical health. The second mistake is just as damaging, but in a completely different way. Mistake number 2, rushing through the process, even emotional changes that they attributed to aging when the real culprit was neglect. The male body, even at 70 and beyond, thrives on consistency. When you remove this natural function completely, you're not just giving up pleasure, you're potentially compromising your physical health. The second mistake is just as damaging, but in a completely different way. Mistake number 2, rushing through the process without proper preparation. This is something I see constantly in my practice. Men who approach self-intimacy with the same urgency they might have had in their 20s, forgetting that their bodies now require more patience, more care, and more attention to detail. I remember Frank, a 71-year-old former construction worker, who came to me with concerns about discomfort during self-stimulation. When we talked honestly about his approach, he admitted he was treating it like a quick task to complete rather than a form of self-care. The result was irritation, discomfort, and eventually avoidance of the practice altogether. As we age, our skin becomes more delicate, our circulation changes, our hormone levels shift. What worked in your 40s or 50s might not work in your 70s. Rushing through the process without proper lubrication without taking time to relax, without listening to your body's signals, can lead to physical damage that takes weeks to heal. The price of this mistake isn't just discomfort in the moment. It's the development of negative associations with something that should be beneficial for your health. When self-intimacy becomes painful or unpleasant, men often abandon it entirely, leading us back to the problems we discussed in mistake number 1. But the third mistake might be the most overlooked of all. Mistake number 3. Ignoring the timing and frequency that works best for your changing body. Every man's body operates on its own rhythm, and that rhythm changes as we age. What many men over 70 don't realize is that their optimal timing for self-intimacy might be completely different from what it was in their younger years. The case of Harold, a 76-year-old retired teacher who complained of poor sleep and morning fatigue. During our conversation, he mentioned that he occasionally engaged in self-stimulation, but always late at night, thinking it would help him sleep. What he didn't know is that for many older men, the hormonal response to orgasm can actually be energizing rather than sedating. Timing of self-intimacy affects everything from your sleep cycle to your energy levels throughout the day. Some men find that morning stimulation gives them better energy and mood for the entire day. Others discover that early evening works better for their sleep patterns. The key is paying attention to how your body responds and adjusting accordingly. Frequency is equally important. Some men think they need to maintain the same frequency they had decades ago, leading to stress and disappointment. Others go too long between sessions, missing out on the health benefits entirely. The right frequency is deeply personal and should be based on how your body feels, not on some arbitrary standard. And this brings us to the fourth and perhaps most dangerous mistake. Mistake number 4, neglecting the connection between self-intimacy and overall health monitoring. This is where many men miss critical warning signs that could indicate serious health issues. Self-stimulation isn't just about pleasure or release. It's actually one of the most intimate ways you can monitor your body's health. Changes in sensation, difficulty achieving arousal, pain during the process, changes in ejaculation, or unusual discharge are all potential indicators of underlying health conditions. When you avoid or rush through self-intimacy, you miss these important signals that your body is trying to send you. I've diagnosed prostate issues, circulation problems, and even early signs of diabetes through conversations about changes men noticed during self-stimulation. One patient, William, a 73-year-old retired accountant, noticed a significant change in his experience that led to early detection of a treatable prostate condition. If he had been avoiding self-intimacy or not paying attention to the changes, we might have missed this crucial window for intervention. The price of this mistake extends far beyond the immediate physical concerns. When you don't use self-intimacy as a tool for health monitoring, you risk missing early warning signs that could be addressed before they become serious problems. Now, you might be wondering, how do I avoid these mistakes and approach this aspect of my health in a way that truly serves my well-being? The answer is simpler than you might think. Start by viewing self-intimacy as a form of health care, not just a personal indulgence. Pay attention to your body's signals. Take your time. Use appropriate lubrication. Choose timing that works with your body's natural rhythms. And most importantly, stay connected to the experience so you can notice any changes that might indicate health concerns. Remember, gentlemen, aging doesn't mean abandoning this important aspect of your health. It means approaching it with the wisdom and care that comes with experience. Your body is still capable of pleasure, still deserving of attention, and still able to provide you with important health information. If this message has given you something to think about, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might benefit from this information. Leave a comment below about what resonated with you most. And remember, taking care of this aspect of your health isn't just about the physical benefits. It's about maintaining your dignity, your vitality, and your connection to yourself as you continue to age with strength and wisdom.